is justice? Criminals are brought to justice. Language. English is our national language. Laboratory. The scientist works in a laboratory. Look what we have here, class. A cheater. If you're going to cheat, Scott, at least you might write the word on your arm correctly.
Oh, you gotta take a note home to your mama. What's it say, stupid? She caught you cheating. That's what it says. But he's so stupid, he can't even cheat right. And look at his butt. It looks like a girl's butt. Stupid retard probably doesn't even know the difference. Come on. Get back here. Where do you think you're going? There, you stupid. Get back here.
As you embrace Emma Herpich, shed thy grace on her daughter, Anya. Comfort her in the pain of her loss with the knowledge that her mother has gone home to be with you. Amen. Can hear my say.
I don't see him, do you? You don't think he went in there, do ya? No. The retard would be too chicken to go in there. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Come on.
And follow.
Loved your mother very much.
And she loved you, too. She said she never met a boy who grew up so much like his father. And you know how she felt about him. God bless them both.
Good morning, sleepyhead. I started without you. You want to flip the toast, please?
You forgot the cinnamon.
I didn't. We're just out of it.
It's not the Saturday morning special without the cinnamon.
Well, you're the one that makes it special, not the cinnamon.
You tired? I had trouble falling asleep last night.
How come?
Why you'd be upset?
About what?
The note.
What note? Miss Jenkins wants to see me after school on Monday. What about?
I don't know.
Scott, I thought you were working harder at school.
I am.
You know I'm going to have to miss work.
I'm trying, Mom, the best I can.
I'm doing laundry. If you have any dirty clothes, make sure you put them in the basket before you go to Taft's.
You're a minute away from being late.
Morning, Scott.
Morning.
I have to add a few blocks to your route. Eddie quit. Of course, that means an extra hour of work for you every week. Any objections?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mr. Taft.
Who is it?
Delivered from Taft's.
You're new.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Well, come on in, come on. I don't want a house full of flies. You're younger than that other boy.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll get my purse. Excuse me. I don't remember giving you permission to touch that. How much do I owe you?
The $1.11.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You can let yourself out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
It's Scott again from Taft's.
Yes?
I think you overpaid me.
Excuse me?
You gave me a 5 instead of a 1.
Well, come on in. What's your name?
Scott Rhymes.
How old are you?
13.
13, huh?
In August.
Then you're really 12.
Oh, 12 and a half.
Sophia, she's from Milan, Italy.
What?
The bell you rang. She's made of cristallo. That's a very delicate and brittle Venetian glass.
How'd you know it's the one I rang?
Well, when one speaks, I know who's talking.
Dang.
What kind of a terrible word is that?
It's not a bad one. It's just something I say.
Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
By the way, I knew it was a 5 when I gave it to you.
She knew which bell it was just by hearing it ring.
She's trained her ears to compensate for her eyes.
What's compensate mean?
It means when someone can't do something, they make up for it in another way.
I wonder if she has names for all the bells.
Maybe.
Is Lila coming over tonight?
No, she has a date.
You know, you don't have to stay at home all the time because of me.
They don't.
I mean, you could go out on a date or something.
We're fine, just the way we are.
Like the Lone Ranger and Tano?
I love you.
No matter what.
No matter what.
I love a mysteries on.
Don't you have any homework?
A little.
That comes first.
Mom.
Need any help?
No, it's easy stuff.
Well, if it's so easy, how come Miss Jenkins wants to sing it? Why don't I come in and sit with you while you do it?
I don't need help. I can do it myself. Almost done.
She wore yellow ribbons playing at the Orpheum. Would you like to go this afternoon?
Sure.
Why don't you ask your friend Matt to come along?
His dad took him camping.
Again? Well, when am I going to meet him?
Maybe next weekend.
All right, well, I guess it's just you and me then.
Can I go pick up my pay first?
Well, it's Sunday. The drugstore's closed.
Yeah, but Mr. Taft's gonna be there doing bookwork, and he said I could stop by.
All right, we'll just be home before 3.
Okay, thanks.
Yes?
It's Scott again from Taft's drugstore, Miss Herpick.
I didn't order anything.
I thought... Well, I wanted to talk to you.
Well, come on in.
I hope I'm not interrupting or anything.
No, I was just reading a book.
You can read books?
Yeah, if it's Braille, I can. So, you wanted to talk to me?
I want to know why you gave me the $5 bill.
Because you'll be delivering my medicine. I had to know if I could trust you. Why'd you bring it back?
I stopped to check my money, and I saw that you gave me the $5.
Trust is based on truth, and I don't think that's what I'm getting from you right now. Well?
I thought about the candy bar I stole once. It was a Hershey's, my favorite. I remembered how bad it tasted.
Now that I believe. Come here. I want to see what you look like. I want to share something with you. This is Knodel. She was my first belle.
Where'd you get her?
Well, when we moved to Ellis, My father was a porter on the railroad, and he brought it home to me for my 6th birthday.
What's it sound like?
Well, she's got a harsh voice, but she speaks of scented wildflowers and rushing waters.
You talk as if they're alive.
Oh, they are. I've had to spend my whole life in this house. But they're from all over the world, and they've come and brought their memories to me. And when I hear them, I can see. The voice of a romantic, Lipo.
Lee who?
Lipo, he was a poet in China a long time ago. Cora Seltzer gave me that bell. She was the wife of a missionary in Burma. I never met her, but we wrote to each other until she died 20 years ago. She was blind too, but she didn't have to stay in the house like me. Hello?
Hi, it's Patrick. Look, are you going to be there for a little while?
Where else would I be?
Right. What I meant was there's half an hour from now, a convenient time for me to stop by so we can talk.
Depends on what you want to talk about.
We need to talk about what we're going to do.
I know what I'm going to do. I don't care what you want, and I don't care what my mother wanted. I'm not going into one of those homes.
Let's not do this over the phone.
We're not going to do it in person either, because I'm sick and tired of everybody telling me what I can and I can't do. I'm blind, not stupid.
Anya, I'm not talking to you as your lawyer here. I'm talking to you as your friend.
I don't need no friends. I can take care of myself. Now, I didn't mean you, Scott. He just makes me so mad I don't know what to do. Scott? Scott? Scott?
So, did you like it?
Even better than Fort Apache.
Thank you.
I sure would hate not being able to see the movies.
Well, you do your chores and that won't happen.
No, I mean really not being able to see. Like Miss Herpick. She might be going away.
Where?
I don't know. Some kind of home. I don't think she can take care of herself anymore since her mom died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It must be difficult for her without her mother there. But it's nice she has someone looking out for her.
You ever think about Grandma and Grandpa?
I try not to.
Think I'll ever get to meet them?
They didn't want us, honey.
What if they've changed their minds?
They won't.
I love you, Scotty. No matter what?
No matter what.
So you're going to see Miss Jenkins today? At 3:30.
Scott?
What? Nothing. You better hurry. You'll be late for school.
Yeah. I'll see you tonight. I don't know, Lila. He studies a lot, but his grades aren't getting any better.
He won't let you help him at all?
Well, the more I push, the more he pulls back.
I'm sure his teacher will have some suggestions.
Well, I'm obviously doing something wrong.
Oh, stop that. You're great with them, honey. All kids are scatterbrained about something. With Scott at school, he'll grow out of it. Wait till I tell you what I did last night with George. You know that swing club down on Main? We closed the joint down. We didn't get there till 10:30.
As you can see, all 12 excuses are signed with your name.
But I didn't write them.
I'm not surprised. And he said nothing to you about cheating.
No.
I've tried everything to break Scott of his indolence. I've even put him in my dunce section. I use it for discipline. It embarrasses the lazy students and challenges them to work harder.
I see.
Scott's been there almost from the beginning and has shown no sign of working his way out.
Scott is not a lazy kid.
Mrs. Rhymes, his reading is second grade level. And his spelling is worse than that. And his writing, well...
You don't know my son.
Do you? He skips school and you don't know. He cheats and you don't know. And he's all but given up in the classroom and you don't seem to know
Now
that
just
either.
wait a minute.
You must face the fact that Scott is... How to put this? Well, your son is... slow.
Are you saying Scott is retarded?
Mrs. Rhymes.
It's Miss Rhymes. I know my son. You think humiliating children makes you a good teacher. And what it makes you is a monster. You have no place in front of a classroom.
Don't tell him I'm the one who wrote all those excuses. Who? The truant officer. Go on, he wants to see you.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. Well, let's do this outside. I don't want to interrupt Mr. Taft's business. I'm Patrick Birmingham, Anya Herbeck's attorney. Miss Herbeck was very upset about the way you left the other day. She didn't mean to chase you out. Actually, it was my fault. I was the one on the other end of the phone that upset her. I didn't want to, but you know, sometimes when you care for someone, you end up saying things that they don't want to hear. Look, Scott, I'd consider it a big favor if you'd stop by and let her apologize.
Yeah, sure. Today.
Right. Thanks, pal. Oh, one more thing. Let's keep this on the QT. Don't tell her that I asked you to come. It'll just be our little secret.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks, Scott.
Afternoon, Mr. Birmingham.
Ready?
Who is it?
It's me, Scott. I left kind of quickly the other day. You were in the middle of a story.
Well, I'm glad to see you. In a manner of speaking.
You sure have a swell house. Is your father rich?
No, he just worked hard and saved well. You never told me anything about your father.
I don't have a father. I mean, I have one, but I don't have one.
Oh, your parents are divorced?
No, they were never married. My mom was really young when she got pregnant with me. She told my father, and he took off and never came back.
What a terrible thing to happen to someone. Baby, I wasn't trying to be nosy.
It's all right. I don't mind telling you. What made you go blind?
Well, I was born that way. My mother had measles when she was pregnant.
Whenever I mess up, I can tell my mom's thinking it's because she had me without being married.
I think all mothers blame themselves for what happens to their children, whether it's their fault or not.
I don't see how you can read this. It just looks like a bunch of little bumps to me.
Bring it here, bring it here. Now, think of each one of those little bumps as a dot. And each space where a letter goes is a cell, and in each space is from 1 to 6 dots, and each cell is 2 dots wide and 3 dots high.
Like the 6 on a dice?
Yes. Now, give me a hand. Give me a hand. Now, forget about your eyes and look with your finger. You feel that?
Yeah.
How many dots?
I only feel 1.
And that 1 dot stands for the letter A.
Dang!
Oh, there's that word again. You want me to teach you?
I'd like to, but I don't...
You're not afraid to even try, are you?
It's not that I'm afraid, I have a lot on my mind. I gotta go.
Well, don't have a conniption fit about it. I just thought it might be fun.
I just kind of have trouble reading, that's all.
I haven't heard your fork clang against that dish. You'll eat my pie. Reading not the only thing you're gonna have trouble with.
I got dinner ready.
So, who wrote the excuses? Well?
Nobody you know.
So you're not going to tell me?
I gave my word.
I want to know where you went and what you were doing.
I rode to the airstrip.
12 times. Who did you go with? Matt?
No, I went by myself.
And you expect me to believe that?
It's the truth.
I'm beginning to wonder if you know what the truth is. You were cheating, Scott. That's worse than lying. You know that.
Yeah.
So why did you do it?
To compensate for me not knowing the words.
Don't get cute with me. I am not in the mood. They are going to hold you back in 6th grade.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I hate school.
Well, you used to love it.
That's before I knew I was a retard.
Don't you ever say that again.
You have to face it, Mom.
It's not true.
I know it. The kids at school know it.
Stop it.
And you know it.
I know you're not sleeping. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. I've never hit you. I just feel so helpless. And I can't help you if I don't know what's wrong. I love
There's only a week left of school, so I'm not making you go back. But you lied, Scott. So I'm taking your bike away.
Mom!
It stays in the back for the summer.
How am I supposed to work at Taft's?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to walk. I've got to go. I'm going to miss my bus. I'll see you tonight.
I recognize that now. Come on in, Scott. Is this a happy coincidence? Patrick, this is Scott Rhymes, the little boy I was telling you about.
Hello, Scott. I'm Patrick Birmingham. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, sir.
Mr. Birmingham is my attorney and the executor of my mother's estate, which means he pretty well runs my life.
Speaking of running, I better go. I have a new client waiting at the office. I'm leaving the brochures on the table, okay? You can tell me which one you think sounds best.
I can tell you that right now.
Are you taking your medicine?
Well, now, don't forget.
Anya.
You're worse than my mother. No. Scott and I, we got some visiting to do.
Listen, I really think this move will be good for you.
My father used to say that same thing about all the eye doctors he dragged me to. And they were about as much help as lips on a chicken. Now get out of here. Go.
Take care, Scott.
Oh, bye.
That man's got a mind of his own.
Is he married?
Patrick? No, well, maybe to his work. That's the only thing he ever cared about.
Seems to care about you. So you're going to move?
I don't have much choice.
Seem to do all right here by yourself.
Inside, I'm all right. It's outside that's the problem. Why aren't you at school?
It's sort of a long story.
Well, I like coffee with my long stories. Come on. You cannot be mad at your mother because what you did was wrong, Scott.
Why can't I be smart like the other kids?
I used to feel that way about seeing. But we have to live the lives that God gave us. And once I learned that, it was surprising what I could do. Smell those lilacs down the street.
The deep purple ones smell the best.
Now, color is something I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Well, I can't taste it or feel it or hear it, so I have no concept of what it is. And you can't explain it to me.
Why can't you do outside what you do in the house?
Because I know my house inside. But if you was to move the furniture, I'd break my fool neck. Which is exactly what would happen if I tried to walk outside alone.
I see guys who are blinded in the war do it every day. They wave these long white rods in front of them.
I've never been any place without my parents. When my father died, the trips outside got fewer and fewer. And then when my mother got sick, they stopped altogether.
Boy, those lilacs smell even better down here.
I'm doing fine right here where I am.
It's just at the bottom of the steps. You've gone that far before.
You trying to trick me off this porch?
No.
Something tells me you're not going to stop, are you? This better be worth it.
Steps are right in front of you. All right. Good job. Last one.
They do smell better.
As long as you've gone this far, let's walk down to the bush.
You don't know what you're asking. I can't.
I'm asking you to trust me.
It's not about you, baby. It's just that I can't.
I'll be very careful.
You better not let go.
I won't, I promise. All right, now turn left. You're doing fine.
Miss Herpig, it's nice to see you out and about. Well, I'm out, Mr. Lemke, but I'm about to turn around and go back to my house like somebody got some sense.
No. Let's go, come on.
I'll be by later for your grocery list. Well, I hope I'll be back by then. Where's the lilac bush, child?
Almost there. Come on, we're almost there.
So that's the way the color purple smells.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go a little farther.
You don't know how good this makes me feel.
I tell you what. You tell me about all your bells, and I'll take you for a walk every day.
What about all your friends?
They'll have to do without me. I'd rather be here anyway. Is it a deal?
Well, I'm getting the best of it, but it's a deal.
Did you get your room cleaned up?
Uh-huh. I did the bathtub, too.
Thanks. How was work? Same. How'd you spend the rest of your day?
I was with Anya.
What do you talk about?
Everything. She's easy to talk to.
Just don't make too much of a pest of yourself, okay?
Hey, Scott, how's the bank balance? Are you looking or are you buying?
I wish. I have a question.
Shoot.
The men who were blinded in the war, who helped them learn to use those canes?
Same ones that helped me with my new leg. The rehab unit down at the Veterans Hospital.
Thanks.
Sure.
It's me.
What are you doing leaning on my doorbell like some kind of emergency and you haven't been here in 2 days?
I've got something for you. Here.
What is it?
It's a cane for blind people. So you can learn to go out by yourself.
No, I'm not putting my trust in somebody's stick. Here, take it back.
But if you learn to use it, then you won't have to move.
I don't want to learn to use it.
I know it won't be easy, but I think it's important.
You think it's important? What I think is important? Or doesn't that matter to you?
Sure it does.
Oh, baby, I'm too old and too frightened.
I'd be there all the time.
You're not listening to me.
I listened to you when you said we had to accept the world God gave us.
And you think I'm not?
Not when you hide in the house.
I'm not hiding, I'm outside.
I'm talking about out in the real world.
Well, you put a blindfold on you and see how good you can cross the street by yourself.
I just wanted to try and give you some freedom.
Freedom? Don't you think I want that? Don't you think I dream night after night of waking up some morning and walking out that door? Don't you think I want a life like everybody else? I'm tired of hoping and wishing. I know my place, and outside of this house is not it. And I want you to go.
Fine! Go ahead and move! See if I care!
Tonight's case, Revolving Revolver, an authentic story from the files of the Texas Marshals.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
The weekend's still a few days off. But how about I get up early tomorrow and we make our Saturday morning special?
No, thanks.
Are you sure? I don't mind.
No, it's okay.
Scott, there are a lot worse things than repeating a grade.
I don't care about that.
What's the matter?
I had a fight with Anya. She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Well, honey, you were spending a lot of time over there.
She was my only friend.
What about Matt?
There is no Matt. I made him up. Hi. It's a nice day. Sky's real blue.
I wouldn't know about that. I wasn't sure you was coming back.
Wasn't sure you wanted me to. I'm sorry about what I said.
Well, you was right about me hiding.
I lied about having a lot of friends. I don't have any, just you. And if you move away, I'll never see you again. That's why I bought you the cane.
Where did you get it?
At the Veterans Hospital.
And what was your plan?
I figured that if you could walk downtown into Mr. Birmingham's office, then it would prove that you'd be all right by yourself and he wouldn't make you move.
Across the street by myself? Catch the bus by myself? And find his building all by myself? I can't do that.
I'd be right behind you.
And I guess you're gonna teach me how to use this here thing.
I've been watching him teach the vets.
All that just for me, baby?
And me too.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll try to learn to use this thing if you'll try to learn something too.
Learn what?
Something from my world. Braille. Then you'll have to be brave and I'll have to be brave and we'll both be at risk. What do you say? Is it a deal? But you sound like a motorboat. Is it a deal or not?
Deal. All right, we're coming to a street crossing. Is there any traffic?
How would I know?
Forget your eyes. Look with your ears. Ow.
I don't hear anything.
Good. U-O-Y-P-L
that?
Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to let go.
We'll make it later.
Hey, good looking. Your mom ready?
I'll go see. Lila's here.
Are you sure you don't want to come watch? We're only going to bowl 3 games.
No, I gotta practice my braille.
I wish you'd worked that hard in school.
You found my favorite.
A-N-Y. Anya's bell.
You're learning faster than I did.
What'd she say?
Oh, she speaks to me freedom. George Pope, a teacher my father brought in when we first moved here, gave me that bell. I was 10 years old. He taught me Braille, and he handed me the world.
I got something I want to show you. Let's go.
Let's go? Let's go where? She feels fast.
Yeah, like greased lightning.
How does it feel to ride on it?
It's like you're flying. The world is yours. Nothing can touch you.
It's like you're flying, huh? I sure would like to feel like that just once.
All right, now there's a ramp and there's a railing on your left, right? Here's the... All right, it's the end of the ramp. Okay, now be careful. Little step and sit down.
I'm not sure about this.
You're gonna love it.
Okay, folks. Hands.
Get ready for blast off.
Blast off?
In a manner of speaking.
So that was flying, huh?
No, it's not how you do it. It's supposed to be fun. Next time when we get close to the top, you gotta take your hands off the bar and stick them straight up in the air, and then scream on your way down.
Well, I was screaming all right.
Just take your hands off the bar next time. Trust me on this one.
This is gonna be fun, huh?
Yep. Get ready to fly.
Scott, dinner! We haven't had spaghetti in a while. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Spaghetti used to be your favorite.
I know. I'm just not hungry. I ate at Anya's.
We're coming to a corner.
You can hear the traffic.
No, I felt the breeze when we passed the building. It changed.
Dang. Now, do we have a traffic light?
Yes.
Great. Now, do we have a green light or a red one?
I don't know.
This is the intersection you're gonna have to cross to get to the bus to Mr. Birmingham's office. Now, you have to listen to the cars.
I'll tell you what. You take the cane, you close your eyes, you listen for the cars. I'm going back to my house.
Okay, okay. Give me your hand.
He's thinking about getting a new automobile. A convertible would be nice. But what I told him, what he really needs is a television. Is that Scott? Well, that's interesting.
Where to now?
To the Orpheum.
We going to the movies?
Yep.
Which way?
Ask someone.
Excuse me, could somebody help me?
How can I help you?
I'm trying to find the Orpheum Theater.
The Orpheum Theater?
Yes, I'm going to the movies.
Oh. Well, it's down the street and on your right.
Thank you very much. Scott is down the street and to the right.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it wasn't. So why do I need you?
Oh, Catherine.
I could never say that.
You could do anything for one whom you love. My dearest girl. You must believe how much I care for you.
How is she taking that?
She looks really happy.
You're everything I've ever yearned for in a woman. Oh, Catherine.
Don't you believe him, honey?
Shh. I am so...
Now he's kissing her.
He doesn't love her. All he wants is her money.
How do you know?
I can hear it in his voice.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
You make me very happy.
Yes.
You're late. I was worried. What were you doing?
I was with Anya.
Doing what?
Teaching her stuff.
You're teaching her.
Well, yeah, I can cross the street and take the bus. At least I'm good at something. I got the book for you, but the librarian said they didn't have it or any books in Braille.
It's for you. I wanted you to read it to me.
I told you I wasn't very good at reading.
What are you afraid of? Making a mistake?
I really don't want to do this.
You ought to know by now, I would never do anything to hurt you, baby. Now, you go ahead, and I'll follow along whenever you're ready.
It saw...
No, baby. Was. It was.
It was the...
B-E-S-T. Best.
It saw the...
Wait a minute, baby. I typed up a few pages in Braille. Read this.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I can read it.
But why in Braille and not in print?
It makes more sense when I feel the letters. They don't get all jumbled up on the page.
It would be hard to read like that.
Guess it doesn't happen to smart people. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the...
Hello?
Hello, is this Jean Rhymes?
Yes, it is.
This is Anya Herpick. I know you're very busy, but I was wondering if you could come over tomorrow so that we could talk.
Frankly, Miss Herpick,
Anya, please.
the truth is, I have nothing to say to you.
That may very well be so, but I have something I want to say to you.
That was Anya. I'm going over there after work tomorrow. She wants to talk to me.
What about?
I was hoping you could tell me.
I don't know.
It's time for bed.
Miss Rhymes, please come in.
Hello.
It's nice to finally meet you. Are there enough lights on in here for you?
Yes, thank you. Scott talks about you all the time.
I was afraid of that. Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you.
That's my family.
They're farmers.
On my grandfather's side, he was a homesteader in Nicodemus in 1877.
Nicodemus?
Yes, it was a Negro town. The entire population was colored. Whatever that means. And your family? Won't you sit down?
Thank you. From the Midwest, mostly.
Scott tells me that you don't see your family very often.
Well, there's a good reason for that.
Must be awfully hard on Scott.
The last time I saw my family was 13 years ago when my father threw me out. He said he didn't want a bastard in the house.
My mother was just the opposite. She kept me so close. She was afraid that if I was out of her sight, something terrible would happen to me. I envy your independence.
You wouldn't want my independence, believe me. So what else has Scott told you?
You're a wonderful mother.
Well, Scott's all I have. I do everything I can to protect him.
And he tries to protect you, too. That's why he kept his problems at school a secret. He gets Trudy down at the drugstore to help him with his homework, and he pretends to read.
He told you all of this?
Radio Mystery Theater presents Murder in the Bell Tower. The Iron Gate
think I know why Scott is having difficulty in school. I think his problem is dyslexia.
I've never heard of that.
Most people haven't.
Well, what is it? Another fancy word for retarded?
Oh, no. I have a friend who has dyslexia, and he's very smart.
And how do you know that Scott has this problem?
From listening to him read aloud. Now, there's a test at the Orton Society that he can take, and if he's dyslexic, they can help him.
I don't know.
All Scott wants is to fit in.
And what if he doesn't have this dyslexia? Then what do I tell him? I'm sorry, Scott. You really are retarded? I don't think he could handle that.
Is it Scott who couldn't handle it, or is it you?
I'm scared.
And you're brave, too.
No, I'm not.
Then pretend. Works like a charm for me all the time.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Anya thinks that the problem you have with reading is something called dyslexia. There's a test for it. I'm going to call and make arrangements for you to take it.
No.
Why not? Scott, talk to me. We used to talk about everything, and now we don't talk about anything. You're taking the test.
I hate tests.
Well, this one could change your life.
Nothing's gonna change what I am.
And what is that? I don't think I'm blind. I know it. And so does everybody else.
Everybody knows I'm a retard.
Well, I don't know it, and your mother doesn't know it.
She knows it all right.
Turn around. Huh? Turn around.
Sophia.
Good. In a few years, you'll know them all. Did you know that your mother told your teacher off when she said you were slow? Don't you ever sell your mother short.
I'll take the test if you take one.
What is the test?
You've got to cross the street by yourself. We're running out of time.
Being blind was so much easier before you came in the door.
All right, listen for the click of the traffic light control. And remember, listen to the traffic.
I don't know if
You can do this. We've practiced 100 times.
All right.
Remember, you only have about 40 seconds to get across.
Not a word.
Are your nails clean?
They're okay.
Okay, it's not good enough. I want you to make a good impression. I don't want her to think
Think what?
that I don't take good care of you, okay? Why is it that everything I say and do now you take the wrong way?
I want to stop on Anya's. I'll take the bus from there.
I'm taking you to your appointment.
I know.
I'll meet you at the bus stop in half an hour.
Anya, it's me. Anya?
Don't you have a test to take?
I want you to wish me luck.
Oh. Well, good luck. I'm proud of you.
May I tell you something?
Nothing's ever stopped you before.
It's always just been Mom and me. But you're like family. You're like a grandma.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'm so honored. Your grandparents don't know what they're missing. If they could just see you, this nonsense would be over.
Don't forget, tomorrow's your big day. Patrick's office.
Well, let's just take one big day at a time. You come back as soon as it's over.
As soon as it's over.
I'm going.
You have a very bright son, Miss Rhymes, and he is dyslexic, which affects his reading and can affect other learning skills.
Is there a cure?
Oh, I'm afraid it's something he'll have to work around his whole life. We think it's a problem with the brain. He learns differently than other children, and he will need a special kind of teacher. With the right help, he will learn to read. Scott, I've heard all the names they've called you at school. Forget them, because you're a very smart young man.
I have to be honest. There were times, Scott knows, I was worried that maybe...
Oh, it's an easy misconception to make. One the schools make all the time. Don't blame yourself.
Can't wait to tell Anya.
Scott, I just want you to know that I always knew in my heart that you would be all right. And I'm just really sorry if sometimes I was too scared to remember that.
That's okay.
The school is really expensive, and I don't know if we can afford it.
Mom, I'm not a dummy. Just knowing that is great.
Well, I tell you what. Tonight when I get home, we will sit down and figure something out.
All right.
Scott. Scott. Miss Herpig! Oh, God. Oh, God. Miss Herpig. Oh, God.
Got it? Yeah.
It happened so...
Miss Rhymes?
Yes?
I'm Patrick Birmingham, Anya Herpig's attorney. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Anya died this afternoon.
Oh, my God. How?
They think it was a stroke.
Does Scott know?
Yes, he came by the hospital.
Scott! Scott! His bike's gone.
Where would he go?
There's only one place I can think of.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Nobody's seen him here at all today.
Are you sure?
If he was here, he's probably gone home already.
He'll probably be there when we get back. Thank you. Thank you.
Stupid bike!
What are you doing out here, kid?
Going to Garfield.
Garfield? That's an 8-hour drive from here. Come on, I'm going by there.
Hello? Hello, Lila. I can't talk right now. Can I just call you back tomorrow? All right. Bye. Hi.
Hi. Has he called?
No. What did the police say?
They're looking, but if he doesn't turn up in the morning, you'll have to go down and file a report. But Gene, it's fine. The sergeant said 99% of the time, these situations, they turn out fine, so let's not jump the gun.
I wasn't expecting you back.
I thought you might like some company.
Well, I just...
Do you like Chinese?
Sure.
You ask at the post office, they'll tell you.
Thank you.
You be sure to call your mom, you hear?
Yes, sir, I will.
What can I do for you?
Are you Cora Rhymes?
I am, and who might you be?
I'm Scott Rhymes, your grandson.
I'll make us some coffee.
Hello?
Mom?
Where are you? Are you all right?
I'm at Grandma and Grandpa's.
How did you get up there?
Anya's dead, Mom.
I know, honey. I'm coming up to get you.
No. I want to spend a few days here.
I don't know.
Please, Mom.
Please.
Hello, Jean? Mother?
We'd love to have him.
I don't think that's a good idea. He doesn't have a toothbrush or underwear or...
We'll pick up whatever he needs. He'll be home by Saturday. We'll bring him.
I'm not ready for that. Why don't you put him on a bus, and I will send you the money.
He's a fine boy, Jean. You've done a good job.
Tell Scott that I'll see him on Saturday.
Bye.
So he's okay.
love you, Mom.
No matter what?
No matter what.
Don't do that again.
I won't. Here. From Grandma and Grandpa. 2 tickets for us to go see him.
First of all, Anya had me set up a trust for Scott. Not a lot, but enough to pay for his school tuition.
I'd rather have her alive.
I understand. This would have happened even if she hadn't died, Scott.
How? The blind home was going to cost her so much, she wouldn't have had the money.
She never got a chance to tell you.
Tell me what?
She wasn't going to move. That all changed when she walked into my office.
Walked into your office?
Yeah, the day before she died. She came walking into my office, all by herself.
Patrick?
Anya. She said she needed to do it on her own, without you standing behind her. You did a wonderful thing, Scott.
I knew she could do it.
She left this letter as part of her will. It's for you to read. I couldn't if I wanted to. It's in Braille.
To Scott, who brought me out of hiding. I want you to have the bells. May they sing to you songs of joy. Know that I love you always. Anya.
Holy Toledo, Rhymes, it's clean already.
Took me a year to save up for this thing. I'm gonna keep it looking like new. See you tomorrow at school. Sounds like a plan.
Bye, Miss Rhymes.
Bye, fellas. Yeah, I'll be home in time for supper, all right? Because I'm making something special.
Doesn't Patrick ever eat at his own house?
What's the matter? Don't you like it?
I think he's great.
So do I.
I want you to know, as long as I live, Anya's bell, Lipo, Kinodal, all of them will sing to me about you. They're purple, Anya. But I guess you can see that now. Get ready to fly.